The lawmakers say there is the need to tone down the concentration at the center and limit the powers of the president.
Collapse of the First Republic and the long stretch of the military rule culminated into the adoption of a new system of government, theoretically fashioned after the presidential system of United States, but in practice imbibed the utmost attributes of military rule.
More than 60 House of Representatives has proposed the bill for Nigeria to go back to the parliamentary system of government. And they insisted that they are going to fight to the end of the bill to see Nigeria returning to the regional government. I am surprised to see that these people have taken steps. For over past 2 months, they have been, clamor for Nigeria to go back to this parliamentary system of government. The senior advocate of Nigeria, Onisagbakoba, have been pushing this, and also in this platform we have talked more about Nigeria going back to the regional government, which is the possible solution to all this crisis going on. Regional government will render presidency useless. Nobody will be interested to become Nigeria president any longer. Nigeria will be led by the prime minister. Like during the time of the Republican Constitution, we have Tafawa Balewa, who is the prime minister, and we have Nnamdi Azikiwe, who is the ceremonial head of state. Just ceremonial head of state. So we won't have all this mess we are having. And according to the bill they are proposing, it is going to give power to the regions to control their security, to control their resources. If this thing comes to pass, we will have a new Nigeria. There is no doubt about that. Before we go into the details of this story, I just want to tell you that the petrol tanker drivers are going to go to strike. So if you use fuel very well, or diesel, or all these petroleum products, make sure that you have in store of it. Go and buy and keep it, because we are complaining about what is going on in Nigeria. When this first scarcity will hit before Wednesday, it is not what we are even talking about. People, I don't even know how people are going to survive it. But this is just to inform you that there will be fuel scarcity. So the information reaching me is that these petrol tankers want to go to strike. That is one. Then before we go into this issue of parliamentary system of government, another story I just want to tell you that if you are from the west, from the east, from the south, and you are doing business in the north, there will be looting very soon in your shops. Hear me right and hear me well. There will be looting. What do I mean by looting? There will be protest about this hardship. Not this kind of protest we have started seeing. There will be a major protest. And this protest has been scheduled to happen next week. The information reaching me is that every shops, the major shops, especially the shops that does not belong to the northerners there, they are going to enter your shop, they will loot all your products, they will cut away with all your goods, and you can't do nothing. It will be like a civil disobedience. People are just protesting for hunger. They enter your shop, they take your food. So that is another information on my table here. Let us go back to detail the Nigerian parliamentary system that is coming.
Parliamentary system of government.
Today, we're here on behalf of 60 of us for a start.
As the sixth alteration to the Constitution beckons, a similar move is being spearheaded by more than 60 members. A number of bills to transit Nigeria to a parliamentary system of government at federal, state and local governments form some of the constitution amendment bills that scaled first reading at Wednesday plenary. Some of the arrowheads of the initiative addressed parliamentary reporters. The sponsors say the proposed parliamentary system will save Nigeria huge cost of governance.
Despite several alterations to the Constitution to address the shortcomings of a system that has denied the nation the opportunity of attaining its full potentials. Among these imperfections are the high cost of governance, leaving fewer resources for crucial areas like infrastructure, education, and healthcare.
The lawmakers say there is the need to tone down the concentration at the center and limit the powers of the president.
Collapse of the First Republic and the long stretch of the military rule culminated into the adoption of a new system of government, theoretically fashioned after the presidential system of United States, but in practice imbibed the utmost attributes of military rule. No wonder the Nigerian president appears to be one of the most powerful presidents in the world.
They also promised a transition period of between now and 2031.
We expect that the process may not necessarily terminate with the current administration. In actual fact, we expect that it will even go beyond 2027. But what is important is that we have set the ball rolling.
Isn't that good? Of course, I think this is very nice. You know, when someone is sick, when someone is ill, so many people will begin to prescribe medications for you. People will ask you not to take oil. People will ask you not to eat here. I think that is the situation we have found ourselves as Nigerians at this moment. But I think this should be the best medication at this moment. This should be the best medication. For so many people who don't really understand what parliamentary system of government is, or what it means to return Nigeria to the regional government the way we were before, let me just explain later. But it is very important you read it, Google it, try to understand the Republican Constitution, even though such constitution will be amended to, give power to the people. So if what these people are moving works out, these people will become the heroes in Nigeria. They will become the change that we need. I myself, I believe that we needed a good president who could come there and change things, but no president can bring change more than what these people have proposed. Because when we now have a parliamentary system of government, there will not be president. The president there will just be ceremonial. The president don't have power again. He will not be the chief security officer of the nation, because that time the power has left him. They will give powers to the region, to the people. So I think this is returning power to the people. This is redefining democracy. I will watch closely how the movement of this bill would be. And it is very important for you to watch our past videos about this parliamentary system of government. And last 2 months, I told you, no, that was last month, January. I told you how I wrote to 2 members of House of Representatives and their reply. The whole videos are there in the last month. We are intentional. Nobody wants to be in a bad nation. Nobody wants to be in a nation where things are not working. So when you see people talking about Nigeria, talking bad about the government, it is not because they hate the government. It is because they want Nigeria to work. It is because they understood that this present government don't mean well for Nigerians. They understood that the masses are suffering not because that the masses are weak, or not because we don't have natural resources or human resources. It is just a leadership problem in our so-called political cabals. And that is what we have been looking for, different means to stop. So if we can't do this through vote, even into 2027 election, as we talk, they have rigged it. You could hear Winke saying day before yesterday that they don't even see who is going to challenge them. In other words, they have written even the result that they are going to call. And you can't do nothing about it. There is nothing you can do about it. So when I see people who understand the way Nigeria is going, I fell in love with them. After seeing the video, I fell in love with what they proposed, because I am seeing like that is just the key, that is just the solution. And for people who are calling for secession, they were right that people should go in their separate ways. But this bill, this constitutional amendment they are proposing, is going to solve it. Believe me. Just imagine where we'll have Port Harcourt Seaport, we'll have another seaport in Warri, maybe we'll have another seaport in Onitsha or in Eastern Part. We have so many seaports that are international seaports. As in, everywhere will be developing, everywhere will be growing. Lagos will be decongested. So people will now understand and feel that they belong to Nigeria. And regions will control their police, as I said earlier. Community policing will be there. Everything will just be going well. Will this thing work out? For me, I'm optimistic that it's going to work. The reason why it's going to work is because people are looking for a solution. The reason why it's going to work is because anybody who will oppose such bill like this will go down to it, because people are going to rise against you. This bill is going to work because people are tired. I told you in my previous video that time will come, even the houses of all these politicians will not contain them, because people will come to your house. The malls that will be in your house, you can't go outside. You can't even move an inch. It is coming to happen, unless a swift action is being taken to remove this presidency, this illegal presidency we are having today, and let people have the power. If not, what we are seeing today is not democracy. Let me know what you think about this people's move. Let me know what you think about the whole situation in general. Please kindly help me to share this video, subscribe to this channel, and above all, always come for your daily updates.